7 years.
7 years. Okay, so it's time, isn't it? 7 years is a long time. And, the older... How old did you say you were?
58.
Okay, 58. So we're not getting any younger, Joel.
You have to move on, my friend.
We're not getting any younger, Joel.
Yep. That's my opinion, too.
And I can promise you come to one of my events, you're going to have a fabulous time.
Absolutely.
And everyone comes away feeling good. And so,
yeah, absolutely.
And, it's better than sitting home another night. What if I told, what would you come if you had a chance to meet the woman of your dreams? Would you come?
Yeah, I would.
Okay, of course you would.
Okay.
So that's your reason. So make it a point. You'll hook up with Lisa on the internet, on her Facebook page, and find out her next event, or come to my page and find out her next event. And absolutely make it a point to get out and meet somebody. That would be wonderful.
So how many people that go to your events end up getting dates?
Well, like for the speed dating, I don't keep... track of, but like I said,
what's your general impression? A lot? A little?
Well, yes, and then also I match based on, I try to match you before the event. So
I see. That's really cool. So you do a little preliminary work.
Right.
Well, yes, I do try to get to know you, and we talk on the phone and things like that, likes, interests, and hobbies.
Comforting.
But it's very important to sign up for the event as soon as you want to attend one. So, don't wait till the last minute because you want that matching to go on, to get to know you.
Well, that's a wonderful question, Joel. Yeah. I hope that Lisa was able to encourage you to come out to her next event.
So.
Absolutely.
I'll check it out online on the information
All
page.
right, great.
Thank you for your help.
Thank you, dear.
Bye.
All right, so it seems like it's like all kind of relative, same age people that are having these issues.
Yes, and I do get that a lot, and it's where people have been single for so long, they don't go out.
Right.
They don't go to bars. They know they're not going to probably meet their,
right. Of course not. And ideally, a bar is not where you want to meet your husband or wife.
The years go by, and they just... And so, yes, I get that a lot. They just are not. But I'd say, come on, because you have that chance.
Right.
To me, it's like if I told you you're going to have, win the lottery, that you'd come get your ticket, right? I mean,
of course it.
So if you have that chance to do that, why sit home?
Right. And waste your time.
Have fun.
You never know.
Life is short.
Life is short, and you want to live your life
7
as happy
years.
as possible.
Right.
And I'm sure there are a lot of married people that are equally, as miserable. Just because you're married doesn't mean that, you're happy as a pig in poop. Poop would not be my real idyllic word if I wasn't online. You know that. I've noticed, what do you think about the Millionaire Matchmaker? Did you ever see one of her shows?
Yes, I love her.
I do too. I think sometimes she could be a little rough, but she's rough in a way that she wants people to break out of their habitual habits that are keeping them single. And I think that you must see a lot of that.
I'm a Gemini like Patty.
Oh, me too. High five. When's your birthday?
June 10th.
And I'm the 16th.
Yeah.
Yay.
So, I sometimes it is frustrating. I mean, I've had people that, they're like, it was a 95% match, Lisa. We spent 5 hours together and, but he's an inch too short.
Really?
So I'm like, are you serious?
Yeah.
I mean, an inch in 15 years on the porch swing, you're not going to care about that inch.
About that inch too short, really.
But we get a lot of that.
And I think, like you said, there's just a lot of habits that people get into, maybe, like you said, being single for so long.
Or their list is just too long because we get into this, where we live in that kind of, everything's
yes
instant, and I want instant results and instant this. I want all these, and it's not, dating's not like it used to be when we were,
Yes.
It's not.
It's not like that anymore.
No.
I agree. And I believe that men hold women, honestly, I don't want to say at a higher standard, but I think, that they're a little bit delusional in what they want their women to look like, what they should represent, and how they should be, instead of looking here, which is so important. And I'm pointing to my heart. You know, I think this is more important. If your mate makes you laugh and you have a good time together and you can chill out and binge on, 2 bags of potato chips and watch Netflix all weekend. You know, it doesn't have to be that Miss Barbie and Mr. Ken perfect life and perfect car. And, yeah, it's
and I always sometimes the men will come in, they're just like, I say, okay, close your eyes now. Close your eyes. And you're in your grandmother's kitchen, okay? And they're like, okay. And so I'm like, look on the stove, and there is a pressure cooker, and it is going steam everywhere. And then look over there, and there's a slow cooker, and it's bubbling, and it's like simmering and all that. The pressure cooker is a man, and the slow cooker is a woman. And they sit there and they're shaking their head. Ah, yeah, I get it. Because men are visuals, so you have to give them that visualization when they're all,
My poor producer out there. I feel so sorry for him. Just in general. He's like the only guy here.
Well, I mean, it's true, though.
It's true.
In a lot of cases, they are. They're pressure cooker, and women like to, they take it slow. They take trust
it easy.
You to,
Right.
But you know what I mean. So
I absolutely do.
So they get it when I give them that little visualization.
That's like, a cute thing, and I do also love that millionaire matchmaker. I loved her too. I think sometimes she can be a little rough, but like I said, I think there's a reason behind that little tough love that she does.
To be, because, like I said, I mean, same things happen. Like someone will come in 65 asking for someone in childbearing age, like range. I'm like, no,
that's not going to happen.
Kidding me? And you just
tell me, what is the weirdest, the most strangest request, or weird, strange, obscene thing that someone has asked of you or you've witnessed, with the dating scene?
That was one of them. And
so he was an older gentleman?
Yes, and
a childbearing age woman.
Yes, and I asked him, what is the one thing that you miss most about, having a long-term committed relationship? And he was like, sex.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay. And he had just had some sort of surgery where he had a walker. And so I'm like, what are you going to do about that? Call one of my 20-year-olds and say, hey, you're going to love that? You just hop right up on that walker. I'm like, no. So it's just... I'm sorry, but I was just like, no.
We're not doing that.
No.
Oh, my goodness. Well, God bless him, though, huh? With a walker and everything. Well, did he stay, or did he talk to people, or did he leave? Or
no, I cannot match him for what he was requesting.
Of course.
Some of the things he was.
Did you try to gear him?
I was
towards...
like, wrong agency.
Did you gear him towards an older lady, or he didn't want any part of that?
No.
Yeah.
And so, what can you do?
Have you heard Ellen DeGeneres made a new show called First Dates? It's on Fridays.
No, I haven't. I have to see that.
Lisa, you have to watch it. I watched it last week, and it was really good. They showed, it was an elderly couple, which I couldn't believe that this couple was as like almost trained. And he looked like he was 70. He had long hair. He was an ex-professor. And the lady that came in, they both had lost their mates to cancer, and they connected on that. And like they now have gone traveling.
Nice.
Her bucket list was to go up in a balloon and go to England.
Aww.
And the two of them have done this. Like, that's so wonderful. And then they had a very Barbie-esque looking girl who dressed totally inappropriate for a first date with, her dress hyped up to here. And she was doing shots of tequila. And when they interviewed the couples at the end of the show, the producer said, well, do you think you guys will go on a second date? And he turned around and he goes, absolutely not. And this girl was stunning, gorgeous. And he said, absolutely not. He goes, I can't afford her. Like the drinking bill alone came to like $300.
Right.
And he's like, I'm looking for more of a, like a regular person, not somebody who's going to sit at the bar
I've
knock
gotten
down
that
shots of tequila for $300.
I've gotten that too. There's a because we asked her feedback about the date, the matches we send you on. He's like, well, if I was a bottle of tequila, that would have been a match made in heaven.
Yeah.
And that's the thing is, you have to control that a little bit.
A little bit, I think, especially on a first date. You want to make a good impression. And sometimes people are nervous, and they might have like a drink and it might affect them a little bit differently. And that person is going to see you as some, a different side of you. That you're not like that normally, because you're nervous, you're scared, right. Whatever the case may be.
And many people that I work with, they haven't dated in 20 years, 50. They don't even know how to, what to wear, what to say, and so I do a lot of that also is just, for instance, at the speed dating advantage, I'm going to say, well, I'll just, I guess I'll wear my flip-flops shorts. That's okay, right? And I said, no, because I want the first, and I'm not saying you have to wear a suit and tie and all that, but I was like, this is a first impression. My ladies, they're going to be dressed to kill. Okay, they're going to be beautiful dressed. I want you guys to put your best foot forward. You want love. You only have 8 minutes with each one of these ladies. Let's,
give it our good try.
Exactly.
I want you to watch that show. I think it's on Fridays. It's called First Dates. I don't remember what network it's on, but you can Google it and find it.
Yes.
And it was really very good. And they show the different stories of 5 or 6 different people and how nervous they get. Some of the ladies excuse themselves. They go to the bathroom. They call their girlfriends. Oh my God, I got to get out of here. Oh my God, he's so cute. It's a really very cute, heartwarming show.
Yeah. That's nice.
It's nothing like The Bachelor and all that garbage that goes on with that stupidity, ridiculousness that I watch every season. Every season. You ask me a season, I'll tell you who won or who didn't win. But it's kind of silly too. But anyway, friends, again, I want to welcome Lisa Sue. She's with LoveThyMatchmaker.com. That's her website. You can get her at Twitter at LoveThyMM. Her phone number is 321-536-5668. And Deb and Joe, you can absolutely give her a call and try to find out her next event, or look on my page and you can kind of like find out when the next event's going to be, and maybe you can get your friends to come to her event.
Yes, and I was just so fabulous to be here. I'm so thank you very much for having me.
You're so welcome. I want to also say you can also get her on Facebook, /LoveThyMM.
If you type in Love Thy Matchmaker, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You'll find it.
Now, is there a charge for your speed dating events? Is there a fee?
Yes, it depends on the venue where it's at,
right?
And depends on what we do. Like the last one, it was $29, and it was the prizes itself. Everyone won.
Plus, not only that, I mean, you're giving them beautiful gifts, and you provided the wine tasting, so there has to be a fee.
Food.
Yeah.
There was
and that's not a high price to pay for a nice night and drinking and food and gifts. I mean, come on.
We had a wonderful time, and we had music, and everybody was, it was just so much fun. And so, and the prizes, I mean, Gravity Oxygen Bar, they donated two gift certificates for Oxygen. So I put that into the, and Crickets. The gift certificates, I put that into a love bag with wine.
There is Amici's restaurant, right? Mm-hmm. They have a whole back room there that you also can rent out. That would be a nice romantic place to have an event.
And a wine tasting.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I know they have the chef's table there. So that's like a specialized restaurant, but I know that David, and his wife also rent that out for private events. So maybe you should... That would be a lovely event.
I mean, yes.
Stems used to be a lovely event, but that's when Larry sold it, and now it's some dive bar.
Right.
It's a horrible place.
Right.
Sorry. I know I shouldn't be giving my opinion, but I love Stems because he had Sinatra playing all the time. Have you ever gone in there?
I have.
By Amici's in the Suntree Shopping Plaza?
I thought that was the Martini.
Yes, it used to be the old Martini bar. Right. But then he changed it to Stems, and then they put in a big TV, and they played nothing but Sinatra and all the standards and great singers. It was a great place, nice Italian owned, and I don't know what happened. I guess
it just,
he sold it to some girl called Gator Tales or something ridiculous.
Yeah, right now I'm looking at a venue in Orlando because of that, but
that should be happening for you.
Yes.
Big time.
My God, it's gonna be fabulous. So.
And where would that be? Do you know or no?
I have Orlando. We were it's like iDrive area. Looking at some venues.
I imagine that would be a huge event to go to. And again, it's for older people.
Well,
our age and older.
Yeah. Or in Orlando, maybe 40s to 50.
Let me ask, what's the youngest that could come to your events?
Well, it depends on if it's a speed day